Hey everybody, welcome back to Stamping School. I had a request from Marilyn in Iowa who asked me for some ideas using this pear paper. I think it's called Painterly Pears. There's stamps and dies and the paper is just fantastic. But this one sheet, she said, I don't scrapbook. What do I do with this paper that has, the designs all around the border? And ideally, you could easily just, because it's 12 by 12 paper, you can easily just cut these into 4 by 5 1/4, and you could layer them and have some white space for sentiments. It would be fine. Then I thought about an old fun fold, the Accordion Z Fold, and I thought this paper would be perfect for that. It folds flat, and it's just always an extra little something something when people get it. So it's been around for a long time. I think we used to call it the Accordion Z Fold, but it's basically really easy. The measurements are the same for each panel, and you're just flipping them, so I can show you how to do that. I think the last time we did this fold was quite a while ago. Look at this cute little panda one that one of my demonstrators did on my team, and so we had made this little cutesy one with a smaller center, same idea. So let me show you the paper and what comes in the bundle. You really only need the paper if you want to play with the pears a little bit and you don't want to make a ton of pears. But the dies are gorgeous, but this paper is just fantastic. And honestly, everything on the back too is pretty. So really pretty patterns. I like the little bits of blue in here. They're just really pretty patterns. This sheet right here, if you do get the dies, this will cut, these will cut out right here. These two will cut out up this way. And even these little petal pink flowers, those will cut out. And I think that's it in there, but that's really nice. But if you don't get the bundle, it's okay. You can just easily trim these out, which is wonderful. There's the back side. Aren't they pretty? Just watercolor, beautiful. This one is gorgeous with the Secret Sea background. It's not black, it's almost black, but you get just a little bit of that bluish in there. It's gorgeous. Pretty designs on the back. There they go, that's pretty. So Marilyn, we're going to use this one right here and cut it up, and you could easily get 2 of these fun folds out of it, and then you'll have pieces for the back side to write a note. Now for the bundle, the stamp set is nice, but to me they missed it a little bit. They could have done an anniversary, because anything in pears reminds me of anniversary cards. A little happy anniversary to my favorite pear or something like that. But congratulations, a good friend is a gift. Hello, thank you, friend. Very nice. And then all of these, work with the dies, of course. And they stamp nicely. In fact, this one is the lemon lime twist, which I think makes a great pear color. And this outline is the mossy meadow. And there's olive, which looks really nice. And then there's the dies with the little white blossoms, and a couple sentiment labels which fit these little sentiments down here. That's a nice bundle. But like I said, if you don't want to go all in on the pears, just get the paper, and it's on sale right now till the end of the month through August, because it has an in color in it, and the new in colors are on sale. And so I think it's $10.63 for the pack. So grab it while it's on sale. All right, let me show you this up close. I've got some gold in there, and then it opens. Now if you wanted to, you could make this a little slidey for a gift card or some money or something in there. You could make this a little pocket, or you could make this just a little half piece with a pocket with a gift card, which would be really nice. And then on the back, all right, so let me show you the measurements and how to cut and score it. So I'll show you on white first. Your card base the main card is 4 1/4 by 11, which is a half a sheet of regular cardstock. And then the layer is 4 inches by 10 3/4. So that's how these two pieces will go together. And they're scored exactly the same. Once you cut them down, you're still going to score them exactly the same. You're going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And this smaller layer is 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then when you put them together, I have on here written top and top. So see how this one is longer? We're going to reverse those. So this one's longer here, this one's longer here, and that's what gives it that really cool effect of being offset like this. See that? So if this is your layer, which is going to be the dark green part, this is the top, and you're going to bend this way and this way. So it's going to look like that. That's your Z fold. And then this one is the top. So you're just going to bend that forward, mountain, valley. You got your mountain and your valley, and that's the second part. And then they go together. They get glued together like this, and then they create this effect right here. There's a little overlap right here in the center, but it mails okay. And it's easy measuring if you can handle the little overlap there in the center. All right, so this is how it works. This is the top from the card base. I'm doing old olive for the card base, and this is the top, and that has the smaller panel. And then the larger panel is my mossy layer, which is going to be the layer that goes together like that. And see, because we cut that down first before we scored, it's perfect. Now, gluing them together, you only want to glue this top panel and this little bottom panel. That's it. Those are the only two things that get glued together. So we're just going to put some glue up here on this panel and put these two together like that. Okay, make sure it looks good. Down at the bottom here, we're only going to glue this panel. And that's it right here. And I just keep it nice and flat. There. And that's the base. That's easy, right? Now it's just decorating. And that's where we cut the pretty paper. Now to cut this, you're going to cut 3 3/4 wide all the way down. And that will give you the perfect pieces to layer right here. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 5 inches long. And then these two are 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And that's your pieces. So this first card, I use this piece, and I think the second part, I use this, it doesn't matter. Just pick a corner, pick a side, it all works. After you cut these two down, then you've got a nice piece in the middle that's 4 inches by 5 1/4 that can go on the back. And this one I actually did the same, 3 3/4 by 5, because I layered it down. So you can write your little note back here. All right, let's put all these together. The only thing I would say is just make sure your pears are not upside down. Asked me how I know that, and I had to take it apart. Now, this one can go down at the bottom here. It has a little more on it. If you don't want to do that, and you want to make your pocket, this is the time to think about making your pocket for a gift card, or just, leave it like that. I did add Wink of Stella on everything, because I thought it was just so pretty to gild up the pears a little bit. Isn't it pretty? It's just pretty just the way it is. I just want to leave it like that. But we're going to add some more things to it. Now I took the dies and I cut out an extra pear and a leaf, and I ran there's a real pretty leaf in here. I forgot to show you that, the dies. There's this one that's a standalone, and this little crosshatchy guy, which is kind of fun. So if you notice, this is more to the right side and this is more to the left side, so I can just add my sentiment someplace else. So I chose to add this little hashtag, can go maybe up here, and then maybe another pear up here. Here's a pear that I cut out. Let's do that up this way. And then that little crosshatch, and then a happy birthday can go right across. They're so easy to do. The paper is very forgiving. There we go. And this gold leaf is really pretty. I could just stick it on there somewhere, but I thought I would extend it out a little bit by just cutting off a few pieces and then adding them on here and there. I could spread them around a little bit more. Just add those up here. And then really just have fun embellishing. I really needed a birthday card, so I used the right words. It has happy birthday to someone we're celebrating every single day. So I added a little arch and stamped this one. And actually, because it's on this side, I need to fix it, put it over here, I think. Otherwise, it's gonna cover it up. I'll fix that. So it needs to go this way. And a little ribbon and some extra little gold flowers that came in there. And some embellishments. Grab the flat embellishments while they're around. These are good ones, the yellow and the green. These are the low profile sparkle dots, and they are nice and flat, and they got a lot of sparkle to them. They're really nice. So I scattered some of those around. It's fun, I like it. I think I could easily do it with all the other patterns as well. And you probably can't see, but there's a lot of sparkle on it from the Wink of Stella. So that's it. I hope you make one. You make them in lots of different patterns, designs, different occasions. It's just a nice card for someone to get. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.